resisting us, who are fighting against our ideals and our progressive values. I think that the biggest way that California can progress and move forward is through reparations, through retrocession, returning stolen land back to its origins, really working diligently to create coalitions and bridge building efforts to help people have conversations that will benefit everyone that's having them. Not attacking someone's character when you don't like their ideals. And the opposite is true. Not to be confrontational, but someone's personal life, stepping out on their wife or what have you, has very little to do with leadership. There are always extenuating circumstances, and every one of us is human. Every one of us has made mistakes. We can't be so superficial as to judge on something like that. Every one of us has made those kinds of mistakes in our lives. So it's just about it's about addressing hypocrisy, about not being so quick to judge, trying to come at ideas that are scary or foreign to us with an open mind, trying to listen to people. And I think if we're successful in doing that, then people will be more inclined to listen to us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, I think that we are nearly at the end of the show. Let me toss this over to Justin and see if he has anything to add.
Yeah, I just want to quickly talk about what John was just wrapping up with, which is the civility of conversation. And I think that it wasn't very long ago that we were able to disagree amicably as a nation, and I think that the label of they has been tossed around quite a bit in probably the last, 5 to 10 years. And I think that, before California becomes its own budding nation, we're still a nation of we. And I hope that, what I try to do when I have conversations with people of differing opinions is to be grounded, be sure of myself, and be able to back it up with numbers and facts, but to also be steadfast in the fact that, if I'm believing in somebody's rights and to stand for those rights, that I'm not going to fall to name calling and things like that to try to prove that point. And I think that ultimately what we have to get back down to is how do we pull people into the conversation? And I think that we have to do that by espousing their values in addition to ours.
Yes, and we have to believe, and we have to remember that if it's a right for everyone. If it's not for everyone, if everyone does not get to experience that right fully and equally, then it's not a right, it's a privilege. These are, definitions, statements of definition and terminology, folks. We have to break it down. We have to go back and look at the dictionary. If one person gets a day in court after they have done something wrong, if they've done a crime, then everyone should get a day in court after they've done a crime. Otherwise, that is not a right, it's a privilege. Everyone should get equal access to legal help. If they're caught doing a crime, or if somebody thinks they've done a crime, everyone deserves equality in legal help, equality in legal avenues. Otherwise, that is not a right. It's a privilege shared only by those who can afford that privilege. So money should not be a factor, because money makes people unequal. And maybe that's a topic for our next show. Maybe we need a different system other than capitalism, because in my mind, capitalism has brought us a long way, but it's also done us a lot of harm. And I can't speak on that super articulately, but I have some ideas of who can, and maybe I can get them on the show for you, and maybe we can talk about other systems of currency and reward and buying and selling, bartering. Anyway, folks, that is our show for today. I want to thank Justin Randall and John Pomeroy for being on with me today. They are expert speakers in their fields, each of them. And thank you guys for being on with me today. We appreciate you. And would you like to say a quick goodbye to our listeners?
Yeah, goodbye, everyone.
Oh, I'm sorry. That is my phone. I'll let you go right now. Sorry, guys.
All right.